Hi guys, how are you all doing today? In this video I just want to quickly share my favorite protein shake recipe. So if you've been following me on Instagram or you're my friend, you most likely know that I have shared from time to time that I take protein shakes almost every single day. So I have had people ask me for the recipe, and so I'll be sharing that in today's video. Quickly, I need to state here that I am not a nutritionist or a personal trainer. I am a cosmetic scientist and I work in the beauty industry. I have a certification in diet for health and beauty. And that's just like a certification I took for personal reasons. And I use the knowledge from that certification to help me with my own weight loss journey. And from time to time, I share tips and tricks and knowledge from that on my social media platforms. And, for the past 2 years, I have been sharing. And so, today's video, I just want to share my protein shake. Now, I need to give a brief background of like what protein shakes are and why do you need to have protein shakes and stuff like that. So a protein shake is basically a shake, right? A drink, a beverage made with protein powder, or it has high amount of protein in it. So why is protein important for your health? There are three major nutrients that the body needs for normal functioning: your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fat. Now, the United States Department of Agriculture recommends, which is the body that sets regulations with respect to like dietary needs for the United States. They recommend that you get 10 to 35% of your daily meals, your diet generally should be protein, 10 to 35%. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, I personally would recommend that you get the higher end of that. That's 35% of your meals should be protein. Now, why is that important? Now, proteins are made up of complex amino acids. Now, these amino acids are complex, so they are more difficult for the body to burn than your carbohydrates and your fats. So if you're trying to lose fat or you're trying to burn fat, eating more proteins would mean that your body is going to have to do more work to burn it down. Now, I also have to mention that if you're not actively exercising, please try to get your proteins from plant sources or animal sources and stay away from protein powders. Just try to get it from other sources, because protein powders are actually supplements, and supplements should not just be used anyhow. If you're not actively exercising, please don't use protein powders. You can, but I personally do not recommend it because it's a supplement. So what are other sources of proteins? You can get your proteins from your beans, from legumes like lentils. You can get it from peas. You can get it from chickpeas. You can get it from your regular chicken, eggs, beef, and all of that. You can get it from bulgur. You can get it from oats. You can also get it from some vegetables like broccoli and spinach. So yeah, there are so many sources of protein out there. It's not just protein powder. So I'm just sharing my protein shake. I personally have a protein shake almost every day because I work out. Also, it's important that if you're working out, taking a protein shake helps you to get the amount of protein you need for muscle building. If you're trying to tone your muscles, if you're exercising and you want your muscles to recover faster, protein will help with that. So a protein shake will help you in that respect, so that your body is not always aching, you're not always tired. You need your cells, your muscles to recover from the exercise. That is why a protein shake will help you in that respect. So yeah, now let's go into showing you the recipe. It's pretty simple. You can get it done in 10 minutes. It's just 5 ingredients. So these are the ingredients I use to make my protein shake. It's basically just 5. There are 6 things here because I have 2 different types of protein powders here, and I just want to quickly explain something about that. So this particular protein powder, I have been using it since 2020 for 2 years now. I really love this because it has biotin, folate, a lot of other like nutrients that help with basic like beauty. I would say it that way. I personally like things that help with nail and hair and nail support, healthy skin, and all of that. So I like this for that reason. But 2 scoops of this protein, there's a cup inside that you can use to scoop it out. 2 scoops will give me 110 calories, as you can see. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is showing properly. 110 calories, and it has just 15 grams of protein. So that's this first one. This second one contains vitamin C and zinc, which help with to support your immune system. But it has 1 scoop of this would give me 180 calories and 30 grams of protein. So this has more protein content. It's also slightly higher in calories. So depending on what I'm having for the rest of the day and how much protein I need, I can either have this one that will give me 15 grams of protein, or this one that will give me 30 grams of protein. Now, if you have 2 scoops of this one, it will give you 60 grams of protein. That is so much protein. So depending on what I'm eating for the rest of the day, I pick either this one or this one. I like both flavors. Both of them are chocolate. I don't really like any other flavor of protein powder. I don't like vanilla. I don't like strawberry. There's so many flavors out there, but I personally like just chocolate. So these are the 2 I use. These are the 2 I like so far. And the other, so that's 1 ingredient. And then the remaining things I use peanut butter. Peanut butter also gives me 7 grams of protein, so that's extra protein added to my protein shake. And then I add bananas for to give it that creamy to make it creamy, and to add some, because I don't add honey or sugar or anything to this, so this adds more sugar. This is bananas are also a good source of energy, so if I have this in the morning, it keeps me energized. Then I add soy milk. Honestly, I tend to use cashew milk most times, but today I'll be using soy milk. Cashew milk has less calories than soy milk. It only has about 35 calories in 1 cup, but it also doesn't have any protein. You need to note that. Soy milk is about 100 calories, but it has about 7 grams of protein. So that's extra protein. So you see that this is actually a very high protein meal. And then I add my oatmeal. Half cup of oatmeal gives you about, I think, 5 grams of protein. That's extra protein, right? But I only add 1/4 cup, which is half of that amount. So yeah, I'll be adding everything into my blender, and then I'll just blend it. That's all. So this is the blender I have been using for almost 2 years now. It's La Rebus. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but this is the blender I have been using, and it is very efficient. It blends it properly. So my bananas, I usually pre-cut this. This is 50 grams of banana. I usually use 50 grams, and I pre-cut it and keep it in the freezer in these Ziploc bags. So I just pick one out and put it in the blender. Because it's frozen, you need a blender that is actually going to blend it smooth. This blender does that really well. So it's honestly very simple. I just add all the ingredients into the blender, and then I blend it. So right now I've already added the banana to my blender bottle. 50 grams banana. To that I added 1/4 cup of oats, powdered oats. So this is just regular oats that I blended. You can also buy powdered oats in the store if you find, but I usually just buy regular oats and blend it and keep it at home. Then I added 1 cup of milk. So this is 1/4 cup. So I usually just add this 4 times to give me 1 cup. Added that into this, and then I added my protein powder. This is the scoop that comes with it, so I just added 2 scoops, and that gives me 15 grams of protein. And the scoop is not heaped scoops, because I know some people, they're gonna like heap it. You try to level the scoops. So this is still slightly heaped, so just try to make it leveled, not heaped. Then to that, then everything in the blender, then I added water to fill it to the top, to about here where this maximum line is. That's where I added water onto that level, and then I'm just going to blend it now. Make sure it's properly closed. Just turn it over. This blender is super easy to use, and I just blend. You just blend it down. I personally like it's very smooth, so I blend it for some time. Depending on how smooth you want it, you can blend it. You can, if you want it to still be like chunks of banana in there. I personally don't like that, so I blend it very well. After, then I'll add the last ingredient, which is my peanut butter. I don't like to add the peanut butter at the start because I don't want the chunks. So I like to use the super chunky peanut butter because I like the chunks of peanut butter in it, so that I can still chew on that. But if you like very smooth peanut butter, you can use the extremely creamy peanut butter, depending on what you like. You can also add the nuts, the peanuts itself, without like the peanut butter. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. We currently don't have peanuts at home. See, the container is empty. But if we had, I would have used peanuts. I would just add a little peanut butter and a little, like a handful of nuts into that. So yeah, I'll just add my peanut butter now. So I added 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. For the peanut butter, 2 tablespoons will give you 7 grams of protein, but I added just 1 tablespoon. And I'm just going to blend it slightly, just a little. I don't want it to be smooth. I still want the chunks of peanut butter in there. Yeah. And that is all. My protein shake is ready. Without all this talking in between, this process takes less than 10 minutes. You just add everything into the blender, blend, and then add your peanut butter, blend slightly, and you're done. Put your straw inside or cover it with the cover. This bottle comes with this cover as well, and I just use this to drink it, and I'm done for the day.